Oh, art bosses, it is Tuesday. We are going to be looking at the champagne room today. I'm so excited. All of the art bosses that are coming on board, taking the next step, uncovering what they need to do in order to be on that simplest and fastest path to that six-figure art income. We're starting tomorrow with onboarding. So if it is in your plans to start using the champagne room, I want to invite you to join the onboarding meeting. There's still plenty of time to go ahead and grab a call with Team Art Boss if that's something that you're interested. If you would like to have the support from us, you can simply grab a call with us right here at launch.karenauha.com/book. We want you to be able to talk to us about the tool, about the systems that we use, and making sure that it is a good fit for your businesses. But what I like to do today on Tuesday is make sure that you're taking a look at that beautiful tool called the Champagne Room. I'm looking for the Champagne Room so you can, there we go. So that you can really get a good feel for what that tool looks like, how it operates. We've talked about the Champagne Room all week long. I've showed you everything that you need so that you have the tools, the three important tools that allow for you to close more sales online. There is never going to be a perfect time to invest in your business when everything is absolutely perfect. The reality is we're usually looking for a solution to increase sales, and that champagne room is exactly what we need in order to start organizing our business and getting our business up and running. As the online market becomes more and more sophisticated, we're going to need to use this tool. As we start seeing that in our businesses, we need to be connecting with thousands upon thousands of leads in order to close the sales that we need. We're going to need a tool that's actually going to be doing the heavy lifting. There is nothing else out in the marketplace like this, what I'm offering in the Art Boss. An artist who understands how to close sales in the online market as well as offline, but in the online market and has been working with this tool for over 4 years, has been working with thousands of artists to show them exactly how to use it. I believe in this tool so much. Right? So last year, if you would have come into the program, it was optional whether you wanted to pay the $347 a month to use the tool or not. I saw last year that all the artists who were using the tool were the ones who were actually closing more sales. And so I believe in this so much that this year I am paying for your access to that champagne room. I know that this tool is super powerful. I know that this tool is the answer to being able to manage the thousands upon thousands of leads that you need to reach every single month in order to close sales, to put you on that path to six figures. So we are covering the cost of the tool for you, and we're also showing you how to use it. Okay. So a couple years ago, when I was like, oh my goodness, this is the answer, this is the tool that we need to be using, I could have said, have at it, have fun, figure it out on your own. But I knew that you guys would look at the tool, you would try to use it, and you would be just overwhelmed and frustrated. So it took right about a year and a half to get the right team pulled together, to get the coaches that we needed, and to make sure that the whole entire program is full transformation, that we have the entire system and the tools that allow for you to be successful here. So if you want to be using the tool, right, to have a website that converts, to have email campaigns that convert, to have social media campaigns that convert, to have sales conversations, all of that needs to be aligned, and we need to be using a tool to help us actually manage all of that. So inside of the offer where I'm building out your lead generation machine with you and for you, we're also offering the opportunity for the heavy lifting to be done by me and my team. So it's kind of crazy what we can do inside of the champagne room, but I also know that there are only 3 tools that we need to make money. And I want to keep you guys focused on those 3 tools. So we're going to definitely take a look on the backside of the champagne room. I'm going to demo it for you. But I also want to talk about why this tool is so important. I know that for many of you, you may not have used or seen tools like this yet, and that's totally okay. as your business gets bigger and as the online market gets more and more sophisticated, you're going to start seeing these tools more and more often. And those of you who've gotten into using this tool earlier are going to be miles ahead in the marketplace. Okay. So why is this tool so important? Well, the first thing that we need to be considering is, and I'm going to pull up the comments. Okay. So I didn't actually pull up my comments. If you have questions, go ahead and put a Q in front of your question, because today it's just me here today in your training session. Rita is actually working inside of the Art Boss formula. So she's not here today answering questions, but you can pop questions into the chat. I'll be watching for those. So why is it important? Okay. It's really comes down to the fact that the online market, the sheer number and the sheer volume of leads that are out there, just in Facebook alone, there are 2 billion people who are checking into Facebook on a daily basis. And just the sheer volume of leads that are out there, we need to have the tools that can quickly grab our leads out of the social media platforms and put them inside of our beautiful container called the Champagne Room. And we need to have something that's helping us with that, because there's just no way that we can talk to 100,000 people in a month. We can't reach out and individually talk to that many people. We just don't have enough time to do that with our own schedules. Even if you did that 24/7, you still wouldn't have enough hours to reach that many people. So we have to have this tool in order to be able to kind of sift through the online market and find the people who are getting ready to purchase our artwork. Why else is it important to use a tool like this? I love the Champagne Room because it creates this natural structure and accountability for artists. I didn't recognize that the power of accountability and structure inside of the tool when I first started using it. It wasn't until I started showing other artists how to use it that it was just such a game changer when I was able to see their data and be able to make decisions, and to be able to make I'm trying to think of the word. My brain is just a little fried today. But try to be able to work with them to see where the gaps are, right? What's happening? Where are your leads getting stuck inside of the system? And if you're using the tool to automatically collect data on your ideal clients and track what we're going to be talking about, purchase intent, then it's easy for me to identify where your leads are getting stuck and then train you how to see where your leads are getting stuck with an action plan of what you need to do next to keep them moving through your path, and that path to the sale. What else? Okay, so this tool is the first time you may have thought about this, but this tool has the ability to start automating some of the time zapping tasks that you have to do when you're running your online art business. And the very first place that we start automating is in our lead generation. That's exactly why when we work together, the first thing that we do is work with you, whether you're going to do it yourself or you're going to use our consultant package where we build this for you. We're going to work with you to get your lead generation machine up and running. We know that the first ROI that actually leads to sales is finding leads. If you are not finding leads, you're not going to be able to close sales. It's just as simple as that. So we want you to have an automated lead generation system that's working 24/7. It works while you're sleeping. It works while you're on vacation. It works over the weekends. And when you're using the Champagne Room, we can fill what we call our pipeline with leads consistently, 200, 300, 1,000 leads in a month. And we can have our system start filtering through our leads and start showing us exactly who is getting ready to purchase. Okay. So why else is this important? There's really 4 reasons here. And this tool is a steal deal at $347 a month. Okay, so I'm going to share a little bit. Actually, let me pull up one of the, let me pull this up. This is information inside of the Champagne Room. If you click on ren.com/CR, you can pull up and check out the Champagne Room on your own. But I want you to know these are all of the core tools that are sitting inside of the Champagne Room. We only need to use 3 of these tools in order to significantly close more sales. But when I started running my online art business, and I started learning about all the tools that were out in the marketplace, the CRMs, the sales funnels, the surveys, the email marketing, right? The calendars, the membership portals, the call tracking, all of the things that were in here. I was spending, 2 years ago, I was spending close to $1,500 a month just on my tech tools. My tech tools were sitting all over the place. For my CRM, I was using ActiveCampaign. For my sales funnels, I was using ClickFunnels. For my website development, it was sitting out in WordPress, as well as some of them were inside of ClickFunnels. My email marketing was ActiveCampaign as well. And when I started adding everything together, all the different companies that I was paying to run my business, my tech stack was close to $1,500. Just my email delivery in ActiveCampaign was over $600 a month. And so as your list grows, because the goal to all of this is to get your email list grown and get your social media grown so that you have leads that you can start working with inside of your Champagne room. And when I was able just to take ActiveCampaign, that payment off, I saved $600. And so you may not be there yet. You may not have enough emails in your system. You may not have enough leads to see that this tool is going to save you money. But if you start just simply, even if you have 0 emails right now, if you add in a CRM and you add in a sales funnel and you even add in a free email platform up to 500 email list with MailChimp, you're still going to be in the $300 to $400 range. Okay. So these tools are super important, and they're exactly the ones that you need to be using. If you're like, whew, I don't have to spend this money yet. Whew, I don't have enough emails. Well, we may have found exactly what your selling problem is. We have to have leads in order to have more sales. So I absolutely love the tool. You know, I'm passionate about it. I love the fact that it is, we have access to it today. It is at an affordable price that allows for us to actually run our online businesses. And on top of that, if you're working with Team Art Boss, you are getting free access to this tool. And for less than $70 a month, we are showing you exactly how to use it. So it's super amazing if you just even work with the do-it-yourself package. You have access to this tool. It is covered, and access is covered while you're an active member. And we're also showing you how to use it, giving you access to all of the support team. So let's go ahead and look at the 3 tools that we need to be using inside of our online business. Okay. Yes, look at all these tools that are here, but the main one that we need to be using is we need to set up a CRM or a pipeline management. This is the tool that we use in order to track and to see where our current leads are in our selling system and start measuring who is getting ready to purchase. Start running reports that quickly tell us, although I have 4,000 emails, during this month, I had a small group of beautiful, hot leads who were checking out my website, who were attending my events, who were also opening all of my emails. And that is a group of people who were indicating that they're more interested in your artwork, and we can see their interest levels and we can start curating offers to them. We also need to be working with sales funnels. We need to have a tool that's out there making offers to our ideal clients and also collecting email address. So our sales funnels, they serve multiple functions, but the really big, most important first one is making sure that we have what we call lead magnet funnels out inside of our social media, really starting to pull out our leads from social media platforms like Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and also in Facebook. So we have to have, and you're going to want more than one sales funnel. So really the unlimited sales funnels is what you're going to be needing. And also then the third tool, okay, so the first tool is your pipeline. The second tool is your sales funnels. And the third one are all of we call it outbound messaging. The ability to actually take back control and have the ability to reach out to your ideal customers and start giving them everything that they need to say yes. So we need to also have the tools that allow for us to reach out and run email campaigns and social media campaigns. Those are the 3 tools that if you just use these 3 tools, you're going to start making money. All of the rest of the things inside of this beautiful champagne room, as your business grows, you can start leveraging the power of the call scheduling, the website development, and the surveys, and all of the other things that are in here. But I want you to stay focused on using those tools and becoming really efficient at using the tools that allow for you to close sales. Okay, so I'm not seeing any questions yet. So if you have questions, just remember you can put a Q in front of that and we will, I'm going to pop in and I'm going to start showing you the backside of this tool. Before we do that, I want to remind you, if you haven't checked this out yet, if just pop on right over here to renauha.com/CR, and you're going to be able to check out the Champagne Room tool and see everything that's inside of that tool. So let me go ahead, hit the share screen button. Let me pull it up for us. Okay. All right, so we're going to pop over really quick and we're going to take a look at that Champagne Room and we're going to start digging in. Okay, so I won't be able to see your questions while I'm over here demoing this tool, but I'll come back. And if you have any questions or if you're watching in replay, you're more than willing or you're more than able to ask questions then as well. So here we go. Okay, this is the Champagne Room. This is what it looks like on the back side. So before we pop over there, let me even just come back here for a second. And I want to talk about pipelines because that's what we're actually going to look at first. We're going to talk about pipelines. We're going to talk about the power of the Champagne Room and pipelines that allow for you to start tracking your beautiful leads. We first need to fill our pipeline with our leads. We need to collect those email addresses. And once we have those, we can start tracking our leads through our system. So let's pop over. I just wanted to talk about that before so I can even see your lovely faces. Let's do this and take a look at it. And I'm actually going to make this bigger so that you can see what's back here. All right. Here's our Champagne Room. Okay. And this is a pipeline. We have it already set up inside of your Champagne Room for you. And then we just spend time customizing it with you. So we need to make sure that we can collect all of our followers inside of our social media, but it's most important to make sure that we are collecting the email addresses. It's part of that speed framework that we teach you. And then we start collecting what we like to call purchase intent indicators. So we need to start putting information and triggers out inside of our social media, as well as our email platforms and even inside of our sales conversations so that we can start seeing who is more likely to purchase. As you start studying and start watching and start listening to what your ideal clients are telling you, we can really quickly start collecting based on your business purchase indicators. Once we have those purchase indicators, then we can start creating lead scores and we can curate offers specific to our clients, and then we can close them. And in every single pipeline, we also have this final category that is NAGF. It's for not a good fit. When we find someone that we know is not a good fit for our product, we can actually move them over into this category and we can stop the conversations with those people. Okay, so I'm going to pop over for a second and see if we have any questions before I move on. Okay, cool. Not a whole lot of questions yet, but okay, let's look at this again. So I know you're like, great, I don't know what my purchase indicators are. Well, you definitely will. That's exactly part of the speed framework that we're going to be teaching you. But right now, with no names, no leads in here, sometimes it's really difficult to get really a grasp on how powerful this tool is. So I'm going to show you an example of them, and this is a main lead pipeline. Inside of my art business, I have right around 3,000 emails of people who have purchased my artwork and people who have indicated they're interested in purchasing my artwork. So I have them all laid out inside of my system. Now, remember, this is a demo account. Okay. So all of these leads are real live people that I have collected email addresses on over the last 2 years. And So I have this bucket right here that says 887 emails. Okay. And one of the first purchase indicators that I like to collect information on is I want to see who the people who I have email addresses on, who's actually looked and visited my website. And so I have the ability to keep tracking the people who visit my website. And once someone in my email list has actually visited my website, I can collect that information and I can see I still have 887 people who haven't been to my website like within the last 3 months. What do I need to do to get them there? Well, I make a plan on what I need to do to get them there. But more importantly, now I have a group of people who in the last 3 months who have visited my website, but they still haven't purchased. So I will then start creating a plan of additional purchase indicators that allow for me to see who is more likely to purchase my artwork than someone else. Okay. So purchase indicators can be anything from they've engaged with me on social media, they have attended potentially live training sessions or painting demos or artist talks that I have hosted. It could be anything from even just opening up a specific email that I've sent out that I know will tell me exactly who is getting ready to purchase. Once I have these purchase indicators, you can see I have an example of 3 different purchase indicators. The reality is, based on your business, you may have more purchase indicators or even less purchase indicators. It's totally up to how you're running your selling system. But once we have these purchase indicators, then we can go and we can start running a query, right? We can start filtering our leads and say, show me all the people who have looked at my website in the last month, who have opened 3 or more of my emails, and have also attended one of my art shows within the last 6 months. I want to see all the people who meet those criteria, and we have this lead score of hot leads that we can then start curating offers. Being Valentine's Day, you may have some coming up in February. You may have an offer you'd like to make to your beautiful new clients or your beautiful new leads so you can turn them into clients. And so you can curate an offer and then you can start tracking. You're like, oh, yeah, absolutely. I would love to make that offer to, let's just say, Bernadine. Okay. And you can start either manually moving your cards, or you can do filters and queries inside of your tool that will automatically move people to closer to the sale. And when you make an offer to the people and they close and they purchase your offer, they become a new client. So this is where the diagnosis starts happening. When you have 3,000 people sitting in your pipeline and you have a bottleneck. So I left this purposefully. I have a bottleneck right here. 2,000 people who are sitting right here. They visited my website, but I don't have any additional purchase indicators on them. I need to start thinking through what I need to be doing in my selling system to engage my ideal clients. And we help you build out this whole entire pipeline. It is the first thing that we do. We want to fill. We use your lead generation machine to keep filling and getting new email addresses. And as soon as you have them, we want to create your pipeline that allows for you to start moving your beautiful client down the path to the sale. And the more automated it is, where everything is automatically put into these lead buckets, the better. You will be like, oh my goodness, I absolutely am interested in working more with, I'm just pulling it, Debbie Schuster. So I'm going to make her an offer for some floral art. And oh my gosh, when you close her, you move her to the new client. Okay. So this tool is amazing. Most of it is done with automations, but I want you to see that you do have the ability to also manually start moving your clients down the path to the sale. You have the ability to start creating beautiful lead reports that allow for you to say, who do I talk to first? Well, I'm going to talk to the 6 people that I've made an offer on floral art and the 5 people who are in what I call the hot lead score. Before I go and try to make offers, before I go and try to make offers, before I try to go and make offers to people that I just have their emails. We always work closest to the sale. And then we also try to keep all of these leads moving down the path to the sale. That's it, guys. I mean, it is simple. Okay. It's a beautiful and it's a simple tool. Okay. It's a beautiful and it's a simple tool, but you have to understand what your customer journey is. Okay. If you don't have clarity on what your customer journey is, use the ArtBoss formula. We give you the customer journey. We give you the purchase intents. We give you the whole entire process so that you can set up your customer journey and set up your system to close. If you once you have that system, like again, use ours if you don't have one, then we start creating the champagne room that mirrors that entire process. So we can start tracking where people are in your system. So it's a really sweet tool. Okay. I know I'm like sometimes obsessive about it, but when you show me your lead pipeline and I can see that you have a bottleneck somewhere, we can then start making the plan of what we need to be doing to engage those leads and move them closer to the sale. That it's as easy and as hard as it is. Okay. So I love, love, love the champagne room. I want you to see exactly what it looks like on the backside. I want you to know that we are setting this up for you when you purchase the consultation package. You have the ability for Team Art Boss to create your lead generation machine, to create that pipeline for you, and also to create all of the email campaigns that go out at every single one of those buckets. So if someone gives you their email address, then we have a 3-part series that goes out and nurtures those leads. When they're nurtured, we're also inviting them to join us somewhere else in our selling process. Maybe we're inviting them to a live event. Maybe we're inviting them to a Facebook group that we have. Whatever your process is, we're going to mirror it, right? If you don't have a selling process yet, then use ours. Okay. So I absolutely want you to see that when you have these buckets and then you have automated email sequences, the automated social media campaigns that allow for you to track engagement, you can literally move each one of those cards down closer to the sale as people start engaging with you. Mostly in an automated, we want it to be automated. I don't want to spend time moving 3,000 cards every day. I want my system to be able to grab those cards and move them in chunks for me. But there will be times I know that I actually, the closer it gets to the sale, that's where I want to spend my personal time. That's where I want to create the human connection. I'm done creating the human connection way out there at the very beginning of the process where I have 800 email addresses, but they haven't engaged with me. I don't want to talk to them. I want to talk to those 11 people this month who've engaged with me in a way that allows for me to see they're getting ready. They're getting ready to pull out their credit card. So love, love, love this tool. If you're like, I'm not really sure what to do next, you have 2 options. Number 1, take a look at the tool. Tons of demos in there. Melissa is really great at doing that for you guys and offering support and help. If you would like to work with Team Art Boss, again, we charge less than $70 a month to show you how to use that tool. You can right here grab a call with Team Art Boss. I'm looking for it. You can grab a call with Team Art Boss right now if you'd like to chat with me during the challenge. I am actually taking those calls during the challenge. It's at launch.karenahuja.com/book. And we can take a look at that champagne room. We can start uncovering the tools and the systems that you need in order to close your sales online, okay? In order to get this tool mirroring your selling system. All right. It's just a really short training today. I don't want you to miss out on an opportunity to work with us for free. The Art Boss Challenge is coming to a close this evening. We'll be bringing and taking down all of the training at midnight tonight, Tuesday night. If you would like extended access to the training, just pop a note to me, put it inside of the comments, and I have the opportunity for you to get an extra day to take a look at that training if you want to. Okay, so grab a call. If you're still here and you're like, I'm not sure if this is right for me, you have access to talk to a team of strategy experts, also work with a team of Facebook ads managers, as well as content creation, as well as the tech team inside of the Champagne Room for free during the rest of the Art Boss Challenge. Okay, so grab a spot. I think I have some calls open next week on Tuesdays and Wednesday. I believe there's some spots still, but just grab a spot with us and we would love to help you uncover what you need to be doing next. We'll talk about the champagne room if you want to know if it's a good fit for you. Okay. So perfect. You guys have a really great rest of your day. And for those of you who are coming on board, for those of you who are taking that next step, we have onboarding tomorrow at 11 a.m. That's Eastern time. It's going to be inside of a Zoom room. And for those of you who would like to join the onboarding meeting, there's still plenty of time, and we will talk to you guys tomorrow. Have a great one.